What up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood shooter broadcast. You live from the South Side. This is the Union Podcast. We are here on today's set. We got the usual suspects. We got Vader. We got Isaiah. We got Pac-Man. And finally in the fucking building. And now we missing Reese. But
it's all the darkies. All the darkies.
Anyway, we talking about child-parent relationships and boundaries. I know we got a bunch of our viewers that have kids. We got let's talk about it. We got three fathers and shit. You might as well be a dad. You're an uncle. You're an uncle. He's been around. You know what I'm saying? So quick shout out to Reese. He couldn't be with us today, and shout out to the Bears.
Yes. The Bears were
shout out to the Bears.
Pulled it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Pulled it out. It was ugly, but they pulled it out. That's all that matters.
A W's a W. I don't care how it is. You know what I mean?
I just take
Fuck the White Sox.
It's the confidence. It's the confidence we worry about. Just build up the confidence. Just one game at a time.
White Sox got eliminated today.
What's up, V? How you doing? That's my partner, Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Tuning in to YouTube world. What's up, Kev? Roll Tide. You already know what it is. So let's kick it off. Child-parent relationships. How do we want to start?
I think it's probably better off if we had this conversation more so like with older children, like how the dynamics in that household, like the preteens going into the teenagers. I know you got a 21-year-old, right?
Jalen 20.
He's 20?
He's 22, I'm sorry. So 22. 20, yeah.
So you've been raising Jalen, you've been raising Jalen since he was about two, right?
Four.
Yeah. And calling you weatherman since 4.
Yes. He's definitely been calling you weatherman.
So one thing, what was that boundary like? Like first off, just to get like a level of context. Jalen, he was brought into the marriage. So he's initially he's your son.
Yeah.
But he came into it. So how did that growing relationship happen from 4 to 22 now? Like, did you have that area where you had to create boundaries for him to understand your household, you being a father, or what kind of dynamic you had with him for him to be his own person and develop his own personality?
I think in the beginning, because prior to being in that marriage and that relationship with Jalen, I already had a previous relationship in Iowa where I was a step parent. So kind of knowing that it's always going to be the other parent involved or maybe not involved, but you don't want to X nobody out. You know what I'm saying? Like what we was talking about last week, we don't want to X a parent out that's trying. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew like his pops was in the picture, but if he was in the picture, I wouldn't be there. You see what I'm saying? So with Jalen, he's exactly who he is now then. Super opinionated, super independent. So I wanted to not present him with a bunch of lists of changes, but more so to see how he moved and then just be and just fill in the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was always gonna give him the space to be his own guy, but just be there like, nah, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, let me get you right there. You know what I mean? And just kind of be there, because when you dealing with a situation where you have you're the step parent, you know what I'm saying, in a triangle, you know what I'm saying, offensive of parenting.
No Phil Jackson.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to always be there.
He's like Corey Holcomb.
I'm about to start calling all the hoes bitches since you said that.
No, that's Kevin, man. So I think I just wanted to be a consistent. You know what I'm saying? His pops wasn't consistent, so I at least wanted to be that beacon of consistency. You know what I'm saying? Showing him, not necessarily showing him like, look, come this way, but being there to where he'd be like, well, he was always there. Why you couldn't always be there? Yeah, I'm gonna let you make your own decisions. You know what I mean? So as time progressed, I introduced certain things, because with me and her, we grew up totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had to come help me clean up before I had to go outside. So it was like keeping the house clean so you can go outside was the reward of how you handle chores and shit like that. He didn't grow up necessarily with chores because he had grandparents plus his mom, so he kind of didn't have to do stuff. So now you got that merging, and I'm just like, bro, the bathroom, your room, everything got to be straight before you can do anything. And they not in the.
I was saying about fat man.
I experienced it too. I was coming from the space of step parent, my previous ex. Met him when he was 10, he was 20. This time is fine, bro.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Exactly what Kevin said. Yes, it is. The most important part is showing up.
Yeah.
It's showing up and staying there. That's been the overall goal even now. You know what I'm saying? Like from way back then to even now, it's like he'll ask me something. He's a man now, so he don't really, he want to make it on his own. But the fact that I'm still there to help, like I was just saying about, he had asked me something about his computer, and I was just like, oh, how much was it? Or how much is it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's gonna be, he holding his head down because he don't want to ask, but you know what I'm saying? As the adult part, he want to do it on his own. And I can respect that. And I was like, how much is it? You know what I mean? And for me, it wasn't about the money. It was the fact that I was able to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? And for you to know, regardless of what it is, I'm gonna be here.
Was it any friction in his preteen years? Like the 12, the 17?
Not friction with like us. I think it was more friction with and you have 2 kids now, so you'll see that all of them different. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really parent them all the same way. So for him, it was more friction as to within himself as to who he want to be, the direction he want to go. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a disrespectful factor towards us or towards his mom, or you know what I'm saying? It was more like now he see, it get to a certain age where you can see
you too.
Pete Mills, what's going on?
Raise my kid.
Yeah.
I think that was the right.
I think that was
way.
that was us.
That's the right way to do it. Shit, my mom too.
You know what I'm saying? That was us. You definitely ain't going outside.
Why you like to do chores? But I could never be clean. This shit I stay in. Like, God, you want me to mop these floors? Burn this house down. Shit.
Sweep up.
So so like with him, it was just more of a, just kind of the struggle. Like he'll see now, like damn, they raising them. You know what I'm saying? And they not doing enough. So now Jalen is like the third parent. You know what I'm saying? So
it's support and everything like that. So he probably picked up most of that seeing him.
Yeah.
The good person he was.
Yeah. And then even with his own, because he has another brother. You know what I'm saying? His brother is 17. So seeing his brother kind of struggle because he was kind of being raised more by the dad, you know what I'm saying? And just not seeing and really seeing for himself how, damn, bro, you wasn't really here for me and you ain't really here for him. Like, now he's shaping his own opinion about him. Whereas to this day, I've never said anything negative to him about him. Never will, because that wasn't my place to put my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? So my job was to stay consistent and be there.
Yeah. So let's speak from, he's 22 now, and what did that relationship look like? Because that's the main thing about the boundaries when we look at different kids, and sometimes the lines get blurred with parents and child.
Yeah.
Sometimes that title just get thrown out the window once they get a certain age. They be like, that's for me. Or you're gonna do as I say, because as long as you live, like, where do you see yourself now? Still a father-son dynamic, more so.
It's a healthy balance of both.
A healthy balance.
I think I'm more of the. It's not a word, but I feel like it should be the reasonplanarian. You know what I'm saying? Like his mom is like he get in trouble, or he, you know, whatever, not even get in trouble. Jalen's not a get in trouble type guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he gets lost, you know what I'm saying? His mama do mom things. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you, black man to black man, and I'm gonna be like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So not quite friends, but we're
Support. Like a support.
yeah.
Well, so you still had a dynamic of being father, but I'm supporting you.
I got that plateau.
Yeah.
Should I say? I got that plateau of being the dad, but you was just straight talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's kind of like for me, it was really being a stepdad. I'm kind of still in his life, helping him go to college and stuff like that. Even though we're not together, but I was only dad in his life. You know, his dad was gone to jail for a long time, so it was just the only scene. But I think so. During his years of growing preteen into 17, you know, I gave him at least to be a personality and kind of develop the things that you feel is good to you. But it was still a barrier of like, you're truly not my father, but I respect that you're here to raise me in this sense. And so I developed into more so a friendship now because I'm not there anymore. But it's that respect there, right? So it's just like, when you get to that point where are you moving out, when they get old enough to understand the world, are you moving out of that moment of being a parent? And I think that's why I see, with my children. Right? I may move out at a certain point, I may move out of that parent. My job is to guide you, but I'm going to go to that point where I support you. At things that I want you to be comfortable enough to sit down and be able to talk to me about things and give you guidance in regards to stuff. Like you said, healthy balances.
Yeah.
And I think my balance is probably slightly off once they get to 18, 19, 20, versus when they was 10, 11, 12, 13.
Off
like think about it. So it's like I'm father, this is that boundary when you start getting a little bit older. I'm less than easy to put to the reins for you to open up and loosen up to be able to talk to me, make your decisions, and we talk about the consequences outside of it. I think that's probably where I'm going, now.
Yeah.
At this particular age. So yeah, with you, later, how do you feel? You have a 15-year-old, so
you have a 15-year-old.
Yeah, we talked about it on camera a little bit more. So I think you could expound on it a little bit more. Like how do you feel about the boundaries in that relationship?
Before I want to P Mills that chimed in with some. Yeah. Yep.
I agree with that.
Definitely. Wody Machine.
Wody. I'm still gonna start calling you bitches and somebody call me Corey Hogan.
Okay.
Goddamn bitches.
That's another YouTuber. Okay.
Deja. What's up, Dej?
Hey, Deja Renee. Deja Renee.
What's going on, Nikki? Renee.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that one. Yeah, see, Deja old school. Like that's like my that's my girl right there.
Yeah, what is old school dynamic? What do that mean? Because when I get old school dynamic, you talk about the parents and the latchkey kids that work, the parents that work so much, and they're like, man, I'm going to be a force versus cultivating my children. And they're like, hey, I want you to understand that I worked so hard to get here, and you could follow suit. Do you want to be that person moving forward?
I mean, when I hear people say old school, I look at it from the dynamic of how things are now. Like, whereas when we were kids, you were nowhere to be seen in the room with adults when they were discussing anything, and you had to come knock on the door and then be invited into that room before you just walked in there. Nowadays, kids sit in front of people and like we grown, and they chiming in to the conversation to the point that they are a part of the conversation, and this person's 5, 6 years old. So, I don't disagree with older ways of how we were being raised, because nowadays they miss a lot of that stuff because the parents are, still 16, 17, living with a parent who, doesn't have control over you, or
that's a deep problem. That's a deep problem. That part is deep. But when I think old school, to me personally, I don't really try to vibe about old school rules. I think it's just you set your own rules. I think old school rules to me was like severe. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to your parents talk about the values that they mom and not values, but just the lessons that you was taught by some of their, parents and things of that nature, how it was harsh. You get working with switches from outside. And, that's when I think old school. That's how I think. I'm like, I don't know. I ain't with that.
And with that,
I allow that person, not person, but I allow my son to make his decisions, and then I would discipline him if he make the wrong decision. But it's never to the point where I'm like raising my hand to it because I never really had to. You know what I'm saying?
and
That's how I do with my daughter too. I'm never going to get my daughter because I don't want her to
Think it's okay.
Think it's okay for a man to hit her. So I'll never put my hand. This is the mom got with me at this point.
Yeah.
See, and this would be a perfect conversation for Reese because he got 2 daughters. You know what I mean? Like me, I have no clue what raising a daughter would be like. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
this is why I don't believe in old school methods because that traumatized me.
Yeah.
Because I had to pick my own switch from across the alley to get my ass.
We all had to. We had a peach tree in the backyard. Remember? We had to cut the peach tree switch off.
I had to pick my own ass with the belt.
but before you say that, Kev, you are raising a girl. So any tips that you may have for Pac-Man because your daughter is 10
Oh, she's not bad.
and I think I mean like because it's like that's like we'll talk about parenting and shit like that, but I have to listen
Oh yeah, because the girl stuff.
because I have no
I
clue what
also
you're
agree
saying.
too. Like I think it's last resort. That's the last line of defense when you can't get through. Is to actually have to be physical with the child.
But Cam, hey, I know it's no hard feelings. You can roast me all you want to. That's fine. I end up roasting the viewers anyway, and they get mad at me. So somebody got to get me first. But go ahead.
No. I agree. I don't believe in no, but I do agree with the when it comes to the physical discipline. I think that should be hybrid into new age, lessons. Like I don't think like physical violence needs to be extracted on a kid immediately. Like, but in an old school sense, you got to look at it from how those parents work because they'd be like, man, I just worked all damn day just to come home and you fucking up in school. I'm gonna beat your ass.
They went off pure anger.
Compared to old school to now, only thing you could take away was outside to kids. Now it's so much stuff that I can take away from my son to discipline. Phones, computers, no TV. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Damn, but then
You
that's
all
what you
types
gotta
of
deal with them.
You want to sleep your ass on the floor, boy?
No, like you know what I'm saying? Like you can. It's so much shit that you can do to discipline a child
But this is what I'm
to
saying.
get through to them.
Even with you being a upstanding parent, which I believe all y'all are, but look at the mass majority of disciplinarians trying to say over parents, they don't take nothing from their kid because why the phone raises their kid is going to keep you quiet long enough for me to do whatever I want to do, or the tablet is going to keep you quiet long enough for me to go outside and do whatever I want to do. So why would I discipline you by taking this?
Well, no.
No.
I mean, I'm saying on that percent.
But
I thought you were going somewhere else.
Yeah, I thought he was going somewhere else.
But no. I'm saying like even with that being done, it's like they don't do that enough. They don't even try to make that even a part of the disciplinary factor. It just but they beat them. They would rather beat you than take that phone.
Right, but see, and this is why I was going with the beating. I think the beating also plays a role on some of the kids and how they are now. It desensitizes them. They always getting beat. They always getting hit. They always get, mistreated or talked down to by their parent. Probably because a lot of times our parents are single parents. They working hard. They don't know how to communicate, but they don't know how to disperse that energy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it lashes out on you. You know what I'm saying? So you take that, and you go outside with it. You ain't gonna slap your mama. You know what I'm saying? So you take that energy, and you go right outside with it, and then you put it into something negative. You know what I'm saying? And that's so it's a lot of it just between just like having a good conversation, having a good understanding, creating a space where you guys respect each other. You know what I'm saying? And he or she understands the disappointment of the bad decisions that they make, and then they have to suffer the consequences behind it.
And
And I think that's a lot of what's the disconnect with kids now is that the parent can't. They feel like they don't need to sit down and have that understanding because they had a dynamic. I'm the parent. It's automatically law that you gotta respect me, and sometimes it's not that in that sense. It's
I think that's what I find healthy balance.
you got you gotta have.
That's
I
what
believe
say.
that.
No, I don't say I totally disagree with that. That's like, hey, I am the parent. You do have to have that healthy balance, but you do have to affirm the kid. Like, hey, I'm a safe space too. I want to have this. I want to have this conversation too. Be comfortable. Let me know how you feeling right now, because I don't want you to mask what's going on with you. Because the more you suppress stuff, it's the worse you're gonna get. Even with the beatings, if you beating them and they suppressing, it's creating anxiety in them. It's creating depression in them. It's creating spaces where they need to create an outlet, and they're taking it to school. They becoming bullies because they getting bullies. And I think most times you got to sit down and you have to talk to your child, your son, your daughter, woman to woman, man to man, man to one, whatever. You got to have that conversation. Let them know, like, hey, listen, I'm not here to harm you at any point. I want to guide you on that journey where you got to talk to them when they understand. I want to guide you in life to make sure you making those right decisions. And if you don't make the right decisions, don't be upset those right decisions don't burn you.
Yeah, stuff don't go your way.
Don't go your way.
Or you got to suffer the consequences.
That's exactly what I mean.
exactly.
I don't condone the violence on children unless it's a absolute last resort. It's just people don't understand nowadays. We live in the times where just so old ideas are going to work. They're not always going to work. You have to hybrid those. You got to take and pull. Like, okay, this can work. And like you said, you got to understand, like, this is a person. You got to start understanding on their level. Like, back in the day, don't put your hand on that stove, it's hot. Or don't put your hand on that stove. Okay, I'm gonna go do it anyway. And why is she telling me not to do it? Boom, burn myself. No, you ain't tell me that. Hey, don't put your hand on the stove, man. It can tell you to do this to you and stuff like this.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm all about an ass whooping, but not a beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know when you step completely out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? You need to know where that boundary is. Like, I'm gonna be cool, I'm gonna be funny, and I'm working on the caring part. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna be the finite before you go overboard, and I'm gonna tell you, like, listen, nah, we
So
not doing that.
is it behind wrongdoing, or is it like
Wrongdoing.
something extreme?
Wrongdoing. Like, if so for instance with the school thing, right? You get in trouble at school, depending on what the trouble was, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to fit it within, you know what I'm saying, that scale. You know what I'm saying? You got into a fight. Well, I mean, that's going. I'm not gonna ask because, like you said, in that aspect, like, I don't want them to think like,
You gotta say the toughest one.
I don't want to build that stigmatism, and I'm like, well, you all right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know how to word it. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to know, like, you gonna fight in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I did. I said, come on,
Of course you want
boy. I want you to judo chop a nigga, boy. You know what I'm saying? But if you fighting a girl, I'm gonna fight you now. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, I'm gonna let your brother fight you. You know what I'm saying? Because your older brother ain't gonna play that with you. You see what I'm saying? So I think over the course of them being raised, because we got 3, 5, 8, and 12. Like, I don't think I've whooped none of them more than like twice. You know what I'm saying?
Because your words.
Yeah, it's the words. Now, what I'll do is, like, the most.
Everything underband.
What do you mean?
As far as like having a whooping.
Oh yeah.
Everything underband you haven't had to. Really
No. Even with Jalen, you ain't have to do that. The worst that I had to do with Bam outside of a whooping was I made him hold the center block. Acting up at school, go on, hold that. Go on, hold that with your forearms. Stand right there. Hold that center block. You know what I'm saying?
Dude say you over 30 and still get mad. Scared of his mom.
Oh, hold on. Let's get to him. Let's get to him. Did we get to Nikki?
Nah, I think what we started at.
Is curfew really an issue with kids these days? I don't know.
I would say
I don't think
curfew
it's a
should be is transitioned into their tablets and their online
Right,
time.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
it'll be curfew like
I
that.
guess a curfew as far as like cutting the game off.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
You just gotta
Yeah,
transition
but I
that
mean,
shit.
outside curfew is a fucking thing in the past.
There ain't nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't
Coming in
nobody
when the
outside.
street lights, nah, it's not
Ain't
happening.
nobody outside but outside.
So Kevin, best advice.
Especially you make sure your man is aware.
Oh, my
Yeah.
daughter. If
I try
have
to be the
a-
best representation for my daughter as a man. But, I done moved through life through a lot of women on my hands, and I hope she never experience shit like that.
You know what I'm trying to practice as far as like that is like I don't want them to view me as perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanna be transparent with you and let you know, yo, I fucked up a lot of shit. Like I even told Jalen some years back, I was like, when you old enough, ask me any question you want, and I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he was like, yo, about college. Shit, how much time you got? So it's like, even growing up with them, like I'll tell them like, all right, so dad is gonna go do blase skip it. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to boom, boom, boom. Like I don't want to hide nothing. Like even with bills, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, I gotta pay this amount of money for the gas bill. And they're like, wow, you gotta pay all that? Yeah, unless you want to be cold. I don't like being cold. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm relating real life to them, letting them know that like, yo, your dad not perfect, your mom's not perfect, and we are together trying to figure it out to help give y'all a better chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No perfect blueprint.
So
That's real. What
You
you
said she
said.
missed so much. I was there on that.
We'll take some of these questions.
Okay.
Rub on that zero friend. Yeah, let me see ya.
it's getting good, man. We talking about them kids, man.
Let's talk about y'all kids out there. Beat those kids up. Let's talk about y'all kids out there in Facebook land. I know a lot of people. I know Nikki, she has 2 children over 20, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Nikki, you got 2 kids over 20. Just kind of chime in and how your relationship with them. Is there any boundaries you needed to set with them?
He said he earned a lot of them beatings.
Good job. See, at least you got own up to that.
But, I think I got whooped like probably 3 times.
Yeah, I got whooped a lot as a kid.
I didn't get whooped.
But as,
I don't think
as I got older,
I got that one
15
where
years.
Vader snitched on me. I caught that one.
Shit, I got chased.
Oh, you was all the way over there. And your mama came on the court like, yo.
So,
I was like,
give you the backstory. So,
yo,
what was he,
yo,
like
your boy
15?
over there.
he was like 15, 16, something like that.
We best friends and he snitched on me.
So we would play on the court. We would play on the court, right? And but this is where real friends come into play. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some girl, Chulo. It was his cousin.
Chulo cousin, yeah.
She, had your boy nose wide open. I go up over under the viaduct where we ain't never been,
Yeah.
and I'm chilling with them. I'm trying to get at her. Moms come looking for me because I done missed, street lights. You know what I'm saying? I ain't at Vader house. I ain't in front of my house. She come
went
looking.
away, yeah.
They tell her what she say when she pulled up.
I just
Was you
know,
rather?
more like she's been just where Don at. But it's you know your mama.
I do.
Right. So you know the intentions and the voice and the
Where Don at?
Yeah, right.
Shit,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
over there on the other side of the tracks.
I can hear her saying like, oh, what are you doing over there? He over there though. He over there.
So needless to say, she pulled up, slapped that damn hat off my
Hey,
head,
the
made me
crazy
get in
part
the car
about
and
it
shit.
is, like, I couldn't even tell her like where though. I didn't know you was on the other side. I don't know what you was a little bit.
I was
But
right
she
in the middle
found
of the
his
street.
ass.
She pulled up like the OG skirt. Oh, you out here? I was like, fuck. Slapped my hat off my head, boy. I was like, yeah, damn.
Stand up there like the dude on ATL and shit. Boom!
Let's keep it rolling.
It's all man business.
Yeah, yeah.
I try to limit my cuss words from my mom.
My mother is 5'3". I'm 6 feet, 6'2" with some Timbs.
Yeah, I like what you said. I won't say I'm against it, but I think you need to whoop that ass once to 3 times in their lifetime.
You gotta beat.
You know what I'm saying?
She remember
I
them
just
beats up.
I have a daughter. I think if you have multiple kids, if you beat one in front of everybody, that'd be
Your daughter can't
Well, I
get a
mean, like 2 a.m. outside. Ain't no kids
Oh, yeah.
outside. But I'm talking 2 a.m. on the game. Shit, that's an everyday thing for my son.
Yeah, shit,
I had to
all
really
night.
go in there with that nigga. I had to wake up when I be out there visiting. I had to wake up like, yo, what you
Oh, I'm
still
sorry.
doing now?
Nikki said she only got one daughter that's 24. My bad. I thought you said
They tried to age you.
Yeah, definitely did. He tried to say you was out there.
So
But yeah, you just say your daughter, she graduated and everything now, yeah? Like
yeah,
she's
she
going
in college. She's in business.
Yeah.
She's already
That's
graduated
what's
college
up.
and stuff like that.
Good job, Nick.
See the guy. Oh, she got 3 kids.
10 and 13, teenagers,
Oh,
preteens.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
yeah, we get it. Nikki over there, 65 years old.
Oh yeah, dog.
Hey,
I
I mean-
snitched on. I'll do it again. Yeah, no problem. Snitch on him again. All over again. I ain't got no problem. You don't know his mom. That's bad. You can say that. You don't know his mom.
baby. You don't know, baby.
I'm over here talking shit. She gonna pull up on me. I'm snitching too. Like, let me take you to him.
You don't know his mom.
You can get in the car with me. I'm
You
taking
better
you.
be there when we get there.
I was like, yeah, for sure.
You 65, Nikki. We ain't trying to hear that 42. You're 65.
Yeah, so I like, and then like I say, Pac with the, because outside of Reese, you the only other one that got multiples. It's so, like, I don't even know the struggle. Like, it's a struggle, but it's not like
Draining or stressful.
like, so my issue with them right now is keeping the house clean and understanding, like, yo, I'm in
Mine
these
too.
streets for real, bro, trying to really make sure y'all niggas not living in a box and y'all enjoying these lights and these gas and all that shit. Keep this motherfucker clean, man.
That's where.
Yeah.
This is where
Like,
your
damn.
mom comes in. You don't see her.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about that.
No,
No.
They'll never give a fuck about that at 8, man. You can never get that through to
bro,
them.
it's so Chico will be at that computer and it's a mountain of just random shit around him. Clothes, shoes, toys from his
That
brother.
sounds like Fat Man.
And I'm just
That sounds
like,
like
bruh,
I just left my house. I made her read the dictionary and define focus.
boy, you still got a dictionary in your house?
You know I used to read that shit.
That's because we didn't have fucking cable, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true. But I had this. Yeah, she got a dictionary. I make her read it. I had to make her define focus because I'm there like 6 hours and shit like that. And it's taking us 6 hours to build a puzzle on the floor, and our damn room look like shit. I'm like, first off, you're a girl. It should always be neat and organized and have your stuff where you can get.
I think,
Go ahead.
and this
I
is
should
just
take that picture so you can see that shit.
I got
this. So we got my brother-in-law, Q brother, right? He got the 2 girls, and they, shit, I don't even know that. Let's say 7, maybe 6, and definitely like 4. So they like real close in age. Boy, I went in their room one day, and it's the first time I've been in a little girl's room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just going to grab some shit, and I was like, oh no, hey, go get that. Because it was fucked up in there. And I'm like, yo, I didn't know little girls was like that.
Women are not neat.
No.
Boy,
Women are not neat.
you
women
see-
are not neat, man. But I mean, it might just be genetic for her. Like, women are not fucking neat. They not neat. They might come outside neat. But when you go to their bathroom and that room and all the shit they have to put on to find that outfit,
Oh.
shit all over the damn sink and bras on the damn doorknobs and man,
Back in the dog.
I don't want my daughter to be like that.
I
I'm neat,
know.
so I don't want to be
So I think it's kind of, I don't know. Like I
But-
say, I don't have no girl, so only Reese can say that.
But about playing the game and stuff like that, like his gaming station, he got 2 monitors, his chair, and his CPU. But he got his refrigerator under here.
He got a refrigerator in
And
his room.
his refrigerator is a garbage can though.
Oh, it is.
His refrigerator is a garbage
You
can.
been no.
He cups soups and shit and just put it in the refrigerator and close the thing. So I'm like, man, you got some waters up here, so I open this fucking refrigerator and it's like cans fell out, everything like soup that he had from some days ago. He got fucking smoothie on his nightstand by his thing that he was fucking going through. I'm like, cut the game off, cut that shit, all cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. I don't care. He'll pull it to the side like I'm on. They can hear you. I don't give a fuck. Like, no, you can't live like this. You can't live like this. You can't be, man. Hell no.
Oh,
Get up, clean
unplug
this
this
shit.
motherfucker,
Get
man.
up, clean this shit up now. Go get a bag. Come right now. Come back up. We go clean this shit up.
Bruh.
Right now. Like,
And then,
No.
but that's the station where he at. How's the rest of the room?
the
The
station
same
look
way?
like that. Yeah. He got clothes all over, fucking socks and shit, drawers all over the place. And but he still thinks I ain't gonna say he still thinks, but he lives like he did when he was a kid, when we all lived together,
Yeah.
when we picked up behind him and stuff like that.
Oh,
So now
okay.
he's lived, he still have those same habits.
Yeah.
So he don't clean up his room because he uses mom to clean up the room. Well, me clean up his room or something like that. But now you're 15, bro. Nobody want to touch your drawers. Like, ain't nobody cleaning up behind you. You 15 years old. Get your ass over there and clean up now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta make him get up, like, really like, yo, bro, cut the game off. I don't want to see it on. Get up and say everything is fucking picked up off the floor, all this stuff in dirty clothes, and clean your fucking refrigerator out, take that shit downstairs, throw it out, all that shit. He got a bathroom in his room. It's fucking trash, like tissue just falling over on the damn thing. Q-tips falling off the garbage can onto the floor. I'm just like, yo, son, like, what the fuck is that? Like, who do you live like that? How do you live like that?
I'm your son.
I gotta
Shit,
burn my
nah, I don't live like that. I wish I would.
I gotta burn my daughter to fucking clean her room. Just like, oh, you want to go to Target and get the toy? Shit, clean that motherfucker up, put everything in bed.
Yo, that's one thing that I kind of remember being like maybe 5 or 6. We used to go to Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying?
What was it Toys R Us back then?
Yeah.
For you, yeah. I think it was something like
No, I'm
Zaxby's.
talking about for me. We
Like,
used
was
to
it-
go to
I-
Toys
I
R
had
Us.
Zaxby's, what was the one before Jeffrey?
KB Toys.
KB, that was
KB
it.
Toys.
And
That's what it
KB and
was.
some other toy, because Jeffrey Giraffe came from Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
It wasn't Toys
Oh,
R Us.
he
was-
originated from somebody?
He originated
What,
from
for Child's
somebody.
World? What y'all had Child's World? I was on the north side. I had Child's World.
Rich child.
Yo, yeah.
Right.
This was the north side. He like, no, so the north side. That was in the slums. That was in the north side.
I'm just saying. We had Child's World right behind the house. We used to walk there. I never had Child's World.
No, motherfucker, we
He's
grew
wearing
up
Santa
in
Child's World.
No, these are rich people.
No.
We had Zales. You get the kids.
Hell no.
Y'all remember Child's World? I know some of y'all have to
Right,
remember
yeah.
Child's World.
If y'all
Child's
remember
World.
that,
I have to remember Child's World.
Y'all was
Somebody
rich
remember
and
Child's
humble
World.
white people. So we had Zales. We had
Wow.
Zales, KB Toys, and that other one.
Woolworth. Gold
Woolworth,
Blacks.
Gold
Ventures.
Blacks.
Ventures.
Ventures, yeah.
Are we talking about the period stores?
No, in the 80s, around the 80s, about 5 to 6 to go get those toys. You
Yep.
know, it was all in the department stores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But there was that toy store before Toys R Us. Oh, I can't
The
remember.
parent of the child.
The child.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey, you forgot to say, they tell us
What?
I started throwing that shit out. hey, do you rough, bro, man? Like,
more.
Hey,
no, I
now,
agree.
now,
Now-
V, I'm gonna keep it player with you on that one. I told him, I say, look, pick your toys up, I'm gonna throw them up. Pick your toys up, I'm gonna throw them up. I mean, throw them away. You know what I'm saying? It was one day, like I get to lifting the couch, like old school shit. Well, I'm lifting the couch up. I'm sweeping up underneath that boy. It was mad shit, socks, drawers, fucking napkins. I even found like edges of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know who the fuck that was. You know what I'm saying? I knew exactly who that was.
It's crazy.
yoga-
You can point out,
Bruh, the toys was
what? You
changed.
can point out
The
which,
fucking
which
the
was-
bread edges was Chance. The fucking yoga cup was Bam. You know what I'm saying? And Chico probably just had the charge or some fucking weird. Like I knew who all this shit was.
Yeah.
Charger cord, all right, toy, garbage. You know, everything I'm throwing it in the garbage, but she go behind, like, look, y'all gotta get y'all toys, or your dad gonna throw them away. I did throw them away.
Right.
Why are you getting them out of the garbage?
That's a good point. Now, like we should be talking about boundaries for those that have two-parent households or a present father. Are those boundaries discussed? Like, who create those boundaries? Is it a conflicting? You know, because you said a little bit for you, it's conflicting because you're not always there, but it's a little conflicting. It's a little conflicting for me and my daughter's mom too, because you know, it's just I want to come in. I'm not trying to.
Is it like a good guy, bad guy?
Yeah, it could be. Is it that, or is for you? Is it good guy, bad guy,
Like
or is it synergy?
like
Is it-
Q just did. He
Yeah.
teached her a lesson and she went back and get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You really
That's-
can't say
yeah.
nothing about it, but
Yeah.
at the same, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
I mean, I don't want to throw them away because then I gotta buy that shit.
Right, that's
again.
what I'm saying. Like you really
But it's
like,
just I want you to see that I threw that shit away.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't in the toy aspect. I wasn't mad. I was just more like, lucky your mama saved you. You know what I'm saying? Because if that garbage would have went out, that shit would have went out. You know what I'm saying? But for us, it's like whichever voice speaks. Whichever voice speaks, I'm gonna back it up. If we got an issue, we'll handle it behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we definitely not gonna show a house divided, not at all. Now, the one division that it is like, so when you come in our room, right there by the door, her side of the bed is first, right? And we try to experiment, right? So they come in, they go right to it. We switched watching TV one day. It was like, we fed them, didn't give them no juice. Them motherfuckers came right in, was like, hey. Went right around me and was like, can I have some juice? And she was like, yo, daddy right there. And I'm sitting right there like,
you know, damn well, I know just come from over there.
well, I guess I'll just drink some water. So it was like, I guess with boys and moms, it's that dynamic, but I'm just like, bro, like even today with the iPad I installed for him, right? He was like, can I call mom? It's her day off from being a mom, right? Can I call mom to get some chili? And Bam and Chico was like, Dad's right there. Why would you call mom? And I was like, are you hungry, Chase? He was like, yeah, can I have some chili? It's like, who do y'all think I am, bro? Like, I'm not her assistant. You know what I'm saying?
You're a menace, right?
Probably.
So you created that dynamic like that. I'm gonna fuck you. This is
Chili. You better not be fucking hungry.
You don't need no chili. You hungry?
What's up? You be hungry. You see this light bill? Ain't no time hungry.
Yesterday. You know how hungry
This gas bill cost this much. You want the chili up?
You see the edges of that bread?
Put
Eat that.
Put on top of the game. Eat at 9 o'clock. Put on top of TV. Eat at 9 o'clock.
See, watch the reinteract with Don.
Hurry up and simmer it.
That's funny as that is. That's some shit my dad would say. He's so fucking cheap, man. That's a cheap ass nigga, man.
Wait till the morning, put it in the windowsill, let it go.
I remember like him taking us out to eat, and like he'll get like the Big Mac, and then he'll cut it in half. Cut me and Jay piece in half. He eat the half, and me and Jay eat half of a half. And he'll give us like a few fries, and that's it. And that was it. We didn't have no drinks or nothing like that.
You ain't have enough to be thirsty.
Right.
I'm like, no, hell no. We didn't get no cups like that. We might have went to like a store after we left, like at the quarter juices or some shit like that. But my dad was so goddamn cheap, man. That motherfucker is cheap. Like, you know, like, motherfucker, I'm 13. Like,
Give you a quarter of a Big Mac. Give you a quarter of a Big Mac. Most kids don't even know what Big Mac
I want the whole meal.
Right, I'm eating the whole fucking thing, boy.
You eat the whole meal. There's a Big Mac and some fries.
You got a quarter mat.
Yeah.
You got a quarter of a mat.
You got a third mat.
You gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, that's what he gonna say.
You gotta make sacrifices.
And then, nigga,
You don't want your brother to eat?
he'll still talk to you like that. He'll still talk to you like this right
Hey,
now.
you tell me so cool this
He'll
year.
be like,
Talk your head right on the leg.
he'll
You
be
wanna flip on
like,
the
yeah,
table?
he'll be like, hey, I need you to take me to the meat market to get some wings or something. I'm like, all right, we'll go into the thing. He's like, you coming in? I was like, no. He's like, come in with me. I was like, all right, going with him and shit. He was like, let me get like $12 in wings or something or whatever. So they'll be scaling it up and everything. So yeah, wrap it up in time to pay. This motherfucker be like, all right, damn. I'm like,
You got your ass again.
Motherfucker, you told me to take you to go get some wings. You
got
got
not buy the wings, motherfucker.
I thought that's why you came.
He be like, all right, give him the money, Reese. Give him the money. I was like we talked about this in the car. So like this was already a plan. Like,
And then he
Yeah.
used your endearment name.
yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead,
your
man,
Reese.
Reese. Go ahead,
What?
Reese.
I wasn't Reese when you called me.
Motherfucker.
He said, man, God knows I need those wings. Let me call
Let me call my oldest boy.
You ain't gonna come in
This
with
with a
me?
guilt trip too. Like, well, I raised you. I'm gonna call them pieces of Big Mac.
Some of them
As soon as it's time,
them third of a max we used to have.
Quarter burgers.
Time's gonna be
He
silent.
introduced you to sliders, my nigga.
We didn't bring your dad on, man. He always has to tell me about his love.
Oh my God. But no, going back to V, yeah. It's not, I'm not gonna take credit because she's gonna watch it. Sunday, she try to go out and be her. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have other things going on, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there watch football. So I guess I'm in there watching them. That's not all the way true, but we're
They
all
burned
in the
down.
house.
They burned the house down.
No, they can't go in the kitchen. Yeah, fuck that. No, sir. Mm-mm.
They stayed in their room.
You better stay in that room. Keep that bitch on the charge. Go crazy in your virtual world.
Juices in the
Well,
kitchen.
But the bathroom is right there. You can get some water out the bathroom.
Look,
You get some water out the sink. You don't need no juice. That's premium.
Look, they got
What
a
you
FaceTime
do?
you and shit to talk to you like, can we call mom?
He do that, bro.
Get some chips.
No, they'll call her. They'll call her. Mom,
to get
we're
around
hungry.
asking, yeah, to get around asking you, like,
Right, and she'll call me like, "Babe, why they
You
calling
a fucking
me?
menace, man.
What you mean? Why they calling you? I'm right here watching TV in the family room."
No, he was funny.
And then he'll come around the corner. There, you'll see Chase and Chico peek around the corner.
let's see what she said. She telling me.
So can we get some juice?
This motherfucker-
Yeah, man, go and get some juice,
This
dog.
motherfucker about the bathroom with the cup with the toothbrush. And they're like, oh, mom left.
But that, I mean, that with Bam, he'll watch football now. You know what I'm saying? Jalen will watch football. So if we watching it, the little one, he's gonna do whatever he wants to. Chico he does not care about sports, not one bit. Chase still puts on a costume every day.
That's when you stop playing
My
basketball.
guy.
Yeah.
Chico. Yeah, that's that.
Probably.
It bled over.
Because, bruh, he
That's
does.
when Steve Nash.
That's-
was
that's
on,
my-
Phoenix
that-
Suns wasn't
yeah.
good no more. Yeah.
Yep, that was it.
That was
2014.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just poured it on into him, huh? So, poor little kid.
Go ahead. But he the computer guy. So that's my computer guy. You know what I'm saying? I hope he hacks the IRS. I do. I'm gonna be so proud of him. I'm gonna go visit him in prison. Because
You gonna turn it in? Or
he's hell yeah, I'm telling you that is.
Oh,
Depends on how much I
Come
get
on,
back.
Vader.
that how much you get.
I ain't telling no my
He
kids.
said he
I'm
telling
telling no
us.
Dom.
Oh, this is a good question to the parents. This is a good question to the parents. And it also fall into boundaries. So the parents out there, y'all know you love your children to the fullest. If your child do something like hack the IRS, murder, anything like that, are you turning them in or are you
Riding with him.
riding with them, covering for them, protect them in their space? I think God, you know, protect them.
I'm definitely gonna protect him. I'm gonna do the time for him. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Oh, that's it.
Go on, put something on your dad book.
Cut me in or cut it out.
Go on, put something on my books. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being here fighting for my ass, literally. So
I need something to keep them off my back.
I gotta be funny in this motherfucker or something.
Extra biscuits, man. Just leave mine alone. Man. I get you extra biscuits when we go to the stove, man.
That's it. That's one thing I said. I never want my civil liberties to be taken away. Will I take the child from my child?
That's hard, right? That's hard, man. I know it'd have to be a I ain't gonna say game
As long
time
as he got a
decision.
Batman.
It has to be a decision at the moment, right? It
Yeah.
has to be a decision at the moment. But as far as like helping him,
Oh yeah, I help.
I
without
think
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
parent, bro, you
Yeah,
never stop helping. Like you never
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I'm trying to process what I. Man, would it? If can it get away if I don't take the?
We're not gonna take that into accountability.
I'm gonna treat it just like the marriage, bro. I ain't telling you nothing. And I'm gonna show up at court. I'm gonna be there. Like that. Like I say, being there is the only thing that I can guarantee that I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's within my control. You know what I'm saying? And when not what happened?
So basically, you saying she going to jail, man.
I do what I can remember. I ain't go for jail. That's what I'm saying. Man, I don't know, man. Like, shit. I would protect my child. I was trying to finesse the system to what she get, but it's very hard. Because that's on top of my list. I don't feel shit, but I just don't want my civil liberty.
Bruh, like Vader was talking about his what he terrified with the kids, and I think as parents you kind of terrified about all that shit. So it's like, granted, yeah, I don't want them to sit online all day with the roadblocks, but it's better than going outside. You know what I'm saying? It's better than.
Is it though?
I don't know.
That's where you get
I don't know.
busy,
They
though.
not us. When we was outside, boy, we knew what to
You
look
got
for
to.
and shit like that. Mine ain't got not a
But you gotta look. though.
lick of street sense.
But
None.
That's crazy though, right?
None.
Because you can't protect them.
Bruh.
They're gonna have to go outside at some point. They're gonna have to catch the bus at some point. They're gonna have to go to college and
Nah, they
go
ain't
do
catching
these
no
things.
bus.
And
I'm
It
gonna
wa-
pick them niggas up on the bike, on everything. We
I
gonna
mean,
go to Divvies.
we talking about college. At college,
I'm riding with them. Shit,
yeah,
like,
everybody going to different college. You ain't taking all them kids to college.
man, son, shit.
College is they get safer and safer as we get older, but it's not like Alabama
Supposedly.
State. It's not like Alabama State when we was walking through the fucking hoods and shit going to Angelo.
I was just telling
Yeah.
the story about us walking in Sonics. But when we walked inside, what's it? Yeah, what's Sonics? It
It
was
was
Sonics.
Burger King.
Nah, remember Sonics? You couldn't go. We ain't never been to a Sonics. We walked into the kitchen. We never walked into. Was you with us?
Oh, what y'all know?
Man, me, Reed, we had hoodies on the shit, shorts and everything. We all walking in. Everybody stopped what they was doing and looking at us like, yo. And so we stopped. We stopped at the door like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They were like, no, you can't come in here. You can't come in here. One dude from the back was like, nah, bro, you can't come in here because he was like used to like out of towners, you know, from be by the college campus. Or whatever. He was like, oh, you gonna come in here? You gotta go to the little box and order your food. He's like, you gotta order your food outside. He was like, yeah, you gotta order your food outside. I'm like, I'm going here. We went to Burger King. But we walked into Sonics in the back. We was like, how the fuck you get in here? Because at first I thought it was like Checkers. You know, you can walk up to the window at Checkers and just order when you outside sometimes. We couldn't find no window. So only thing we saw was the fucking door. So we walked in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everybody in this bitch looking like, whoa, they dropping pans and shit. Like, oh,
Thought it was one of
yeah,
them.
oh, we got hoodies on and shit, man. I'm like, yo, they finna get us there.
But you gotta think. I think at us, where we go in the trajectory of our life, right? When you have 5 boys, and you have a boy and stuff like that. So we making sure that we solidify in their future. They won't have to go through the dangerous situations we went through. Right?
That's what I would hope.
So
I mean, they're gonna go through their own
So do
shit,
you
right?
want-
They're not gonna go through what we
We
went
went
through.
through.
They're gonna go through their own shit.
Let's
Yeah.
put it out there. It wasn't that much. We had our times, but it wasn't that much. Good people and shit.
Yeah.
We had a lot of little fraction things, but man, our story is better than most. You know what I'm saying?
I
Way
agree.
better than
Kids ain't built like us. They soft as baby shit.
But get,
What was the other one?
that's another one. Like, man, like, do we want them? Like you said, they don't have a leak of street knowledge and shit like that. Do they need that?
Yes.
Do they need it?
Yes.
Because it's a lot of kids that's got down here that's moving through the world, and
But honestly,
you know, what I'm saying?
I'm West Side Chicago. I'm raising 5 black men. Yes.
What
You
is
need
the
to-
street? What is the street knowledge that we want them to have?
I want you to know when a situation ain't looking right. You know what I'm saying? Your spider sense. You dress up in this costume all the time, nigga. Pick that spider sense up and know when to move around. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And
Like
initially,
I
that
don't
should
I don't
be a
need
different
you I don't
emotion,
need you to
man.
know like the street lingo and shit like that, or denominations, like
Just
all that
read the
goofy shit.
situation.
Exactly. Know when that situation is too big for you, and have sense enough to call somebody to come get you or help you in that situation, or be able to move around. Never be boxed in, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you need to fight, you need to get into some shit, I'm gonna come get into that shit for you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come get into it for you.
No, I agree with that, but I'm just saying,
Just bruh, like they.
It's not
I'm
even-
glad.
it's not even that though. It's just knowing the environment, knowing which
Situational
situational awareness. Like just know what areas to go, know where to be and what not to be. Know what areas not to be at a certain time of day. Know not to be walking down your street at a certain time of day.
Be aware.
Just the
Be aware
the
when you
common
walk.
things that you do. I don't need you to spot out who.
Oh, yeah,
got
no.
this on the block.
No.
Or who's this? Or
You
wus
just
that.
need to know, like,
Just like yo,
nah, I'm
that
good.
ain't my crowd.
Nope, I'm good.
That's
Yeah.
right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's basically common sense. That's what we got our kids not to do. My daughter's still in the suburbs of Indiana, near white. So more than likely not going to fucking ever experience.
That's a
this.
whole different dynamic of knowing your
You
surroundings
know this
too.
way. Yeah, it is. I want her to always be aware, always be discerning. That's my street knowledge. But when they say like kids as soft as baby shit, what do that mean? Like they not allowed to be emotional in spaces where they can be emotional, or they gotta be tough to go out and be able to hold their own. Like I'm not expecting my daughter. I teach her how to fight like every day to make sure she can protect herself. But I'm like,
Yeah,
are we
know.
looking out for these kids to go out here and throw their hands?
To me, I don't think baby shit. In that
I think
term.
you should have hands to throw if you need them.
And defensive.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
not
don't,
doing
like I don't know about the baby shit. The baby shit comment. I mean,
I just took
comment.
it as a joke.
I mean, we took it as a joke
It's a
too.
joke.
But I mean,
said, what do
like,
it mean?
Oh,
but I don't look at it as meaning like this person needs to be street knowledgeable or
Street savvy.
street savvy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that nature. I just want that person to. I just want my son to understand environments, people, right?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bad feeling about this person. If you see this person is not, I don't care how much he make you laugh, don't leave that spot with him. Don't go down the block with him. Don't hop in the car with him. Don't do any of that shit with him. Oh, yes, you standing right here and y'all right here talking, laughing, joking, talking about the game last night. That's the end of that conversation. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go up and down to walk to the store with me and nothing like that. You know this kind of person and what he does. Don't
be seen.
you know what I'm saying? Don't be seen. Yeah, don't be seen. Or, yeah, right. Because shit like that can.
I said
The after effects, they can't catch him. They catching you.
Yeah, I got friends that
Or miss you and shoot at him and miss you. I mean, miss him and hit you.
But a lot of times, because a lot of our viewers, we all come from the hood, and we're talking in a sense.
it's a new person, Lameek.
Yeah, we talk in a sense where
Me.
they like she said, like we can't shelter our kids. So what do that mean, shelter our kids? So like man, like
Shit, bro. I don't
like,
know.
what do that mean?
Like for me,
Some parents
I be-
won't let their kids go out.
I be
understand that.
leery about them playing on the block. It's other kids on the block, but I know them some rough ass kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't know they rough ass kids, and I'm just like, do I let them play with them to kind of experience them, or do I like? Because right now, I'm enjoying the fact that they're kids and they think like kids. You know what I'm saying? But when they meet other kids that don't think like kids, that's already adult-minded people, and they start like, I don't want them to influence them, but I need you to know everybody not like you. Everybody is not gonna, because they're growing up opposite of how I grew up. They're growing up with love. They're not growing up with survival. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they're not gonna understand how I came up. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I want you to have a healthy balance of both. But am I willing to let you go play with them rough ass kids to do so? Nah, I'm cool.
If you were raised with love, can you be the person you are now, raising kids off your survival instinct, right? Because you're raising them off because you know you got to get that dollar. You know you got to make a way. Ain't nobody got your back. You know what I'm saying? These things of that nature. those are important things that they do need to know, even if they are raised with love. Survival has to be something because you're not guaranteed to always be in a certain space, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One day you might fall. You may never fall,
Mhm.
but one day you might fall,
Mhm.
and you need that switch that I can grind and get to where I need
Yeah, but
to
how do
be.
you give them that switch without giving them?
But that's part of like
That's part
making
of
them
it.
get out there.
That's something
That's
they
part of
experience.
like leaving them out there on the block and letting them learn for themselves and getting into things, you know what I'm saying? And being able to chastise them and discipline them early.
I think that works more for Bam. At his
But also they're gonna have Bam as a barometer. They got Jalen as a barometer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can see what's what, and then they can kind of gauge like I never seen Bam go on the next block, so I probably shouldn't go on the next block. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. So I wish Reese was here because we can definitely speak to him because he's going through that situation with his kid wanting to be something they're not. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
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 so-
yeah.
And he's just like, man, I don't understand why they want to see his life and stuff like that. And even though I don't know why that's glorified, we get programmed by TV and stuff like that. But me personally don't think it's necessary to have them exposed to those things. We can teach them survival instinct to be discerning of their situation, to understand their own intuition and things like that, to defend themselves in a sense where sending them martial arts, teaching them little tactics and stuff like that. It's what I do. But just the overall awareness. But I don't need if I had your 5 boys and that brought the kids over there across the street, I don't need to send them over there to play with them. Y'all can be rough with each other.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't want them not understanding the dynamics of what they're playing and get their head busted wide open.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go and bust these kids wide open.
Yeah.
Then I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to experience stuff like that. And stuff like and we growing up and we going up that trajectory of where we being, right?
Mhm.
And we putting our kids in better position than we were at their age.
Yeah.
So when people say all these kids are soft, like what do they mean? They talking about they don't have the emotions to survive like we did. They're not tough as we had to be.
They definitely not
Like,
as tough as we had to be. That
Right.
part.
I don't want them to be tough as I had to be.
Why not though?
I think I
In a
would.
sense, I agree. In a sense, I agree.
I
that
think
they're
it
not
is though. Like,
Yeah.
I understand
I don't
the
think-
resiliency I can give them.
I don't think it's needed today, right? At our kids' age, maybe going into my son's age now, because you can't protect them in high school. You can't protect them when they go to college. You can't protect them when he goes to the first college party or whatever the case may be. He's going to have some of those survival instincts and just natural thought processes of when things are going left. You know what I'm saying? What spaces to not be in. But he doesn't learn those things by you telling him just stay right here and oh yeah, don't do this or don't do that. Sometimes you have to go over there and touch the stove one time. You know what I'm saying? Touching that stove, that simple touch of the stove can make him open his eyes instead of hanging with that little boy. I'm gonna watch that little boy and see how he moves, right? So I hung with him, I got in trouble. So now I'm gonna watch and see what mistakes he make so I know not to make those mistakes. But he would never know that if he never got a chance to interact with that little boy.
And that's what I'm saying. I believe that I believe that kids need to help you balance them. Because it's like if you all you know is good, what you gonna do when you come up to somebody that's gonna corrupt you as a kid? So you don't know because you'll be so naive to it.
Naive. That's a
And
good
it's
one.
like,
That's a good one.
And just piggybacking off that example at Target pickup, you order Target, you pull up in the pickup line. I kid you not, I watched 3 pastel women sit in their car and have no sense of awareness. And I'm like, bro, like, you live in Chicago where any area, it can go down for any reason. And you have no spider sense about you. You know what I'm saying? And that part I don't like. Have some awareness about where you walk in. Not, don't be scared. I feel like you can walk anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Go anywhere you want to, but just know you still in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Still pay attention. Still be. I don't want you to. I don't see. We had to we had to be on 10 at all costs, at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like we go for a city, we had to. You know what I'm saying? You had to
I
have.
don't
that stuff
understand
up.
why y'all think it's not like that, bro. We don't watch the news. It's
No.
like that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
but they
I'm
not
saying
going
it's not
to Ford
needed.
City.
I'm saying it's not needed.
They
right
not
now.
traveling like how we was traveling. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all all in agreement. I'm saying it's not needed, but we gotta sit here and the kids gotta be dumped in situations and burn their hands. It's like they don't need that to be this upsetting situations of all the citizens. Situations.
They don't. They don't
need
need
it.
it.
No.
Because
No, that's
we
not what I'm saying.
giving them that they're gonna learn that resiliency. They're gonna hear these stories that we used to do, even though we wasn't that bad. They're gonna hear these stories. They're gonna you gotta affirm them like, hey, you can't, you gotta be put your head on the swivel. You are a young lady. You gotta be able to look both ways and stuff like that. You can't trust everyone. I'm not in the train of thought that these kids need to have that experience to grow their thought process out of it. Because it's droves of kids that never been through that.
I think I agree with you on that, but I think they need to know, like more so than anything, it's situations that you're not going to be able to control. Just know that they're around.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that because I want my kids to have the freedom to not.
Yeah, I want you to live like ain't no problem.
How
You
do
know
you
what I'm saying?
think that? You said it's grows of kids that never have to go through those things, right? I agree. No, what I'm saying is, how many of those kids, percentage-wise, you think actually came from these kind of environments? You understand what I'm saying? Like, as great as you are, you still came from this environment. Even if you may have not had your hands on stuff, you have people close to you that had their hands on stuff. You were outside to see things. You know what I'm saying? Firsthand. Our kids aren't really outside to see these things.
All right, that's what I'm saying. As us as parents, we are guiding our kids with because your girl took your son to California, a much better space, right?
Yeah.
He would probably never. I don't know how close he is to whatever they do in LA, but he would never see what's going on in Chicago. He'll never see what's going on in Compton, right? Because he's in a better space, right?
Yeah, but that's now at 15. He was here till he was 12, so he understood trouble and.
Because
he understood what gunshots are and things of that nature because he spent time at my mom's house. He goes over there the weekends and he can hear things outside and he understood what his uncles was doing. You know what I'm saying? So he had a barometer with what happens in this direction and what happens in this direction. You know what I'm saying?
But in that space, when he was doing it, he heard the gunshot. He knew what his uncle was doing. Did he go outside and experience that? Did he go out?
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what I was saying about the little kid is like he don't get this. He's not gonna watch that kid until he interacts with that kid to pick up the kid's bad habits, right? If you say your kids can just play here with us, we don't need to go there and play with that kid. I say he do need to go ahead and know that kid.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so he can understand. Oh, that's Antoine. Oh, damn, they got Antoine. Like.
I get that.
Not Antoine, but you know what I'm saying, Mike or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's my dog still, but you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to say Antoine, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, they got Antoine, blah blah. So he realizes, like this is real. He was tangible, like he was right there. Like what am I going to talk to him? We talked to him across the street, whatever. Now he's no longer here. So it's something that's a learning experience. Not necessarily you have to be. He could have went to jail. He could have got in trouble or anything. He could just learn from that experience. But if he never had the interaction to even, get out here and play on the block or anything like that, I don't know that kid. I never knew him.
I understand.
Not paying attention to what he's doing.
Tell him it's not gonna ring a bell. It's just like, okay, you just tell him.
But I mean, it's like.
I'll let you know if it works.
Yeah, it's like.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the analogy of if a hooper only playing indoors versus out on the court. It's a totally different game.
Yeah.
You can actually.
Immensely different.
But what skills going to be developed in the court inside versus outside?
I know we all over the place, but I want to do one more thing after this. Go ahead. After we finish this topic.
Well, I mean, like, far as like when we played outside on the court, it like you play like your life depended on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you inside in the gym, you play the game. Right. You learn the game. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to take proper fouls, or you know what I'm saying. You learn the game on and how it's supposed to be played. Outside, it's like, bro, like, nah,
But that's
we win.
That's my perfect example,
win.
right? It's my perfect example, right? Because outside you adapt to that environment,
yeah,
right? Right. So
Yeah.
so when you see everybody else playing a certain way, you learn how to play that way.
yeah,
When you go into the gym, you see the game is played a totally different way, so you play that way. Outside, you do play survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get off the court, you get off, you might not get back on. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Well, you get that in the gym too, but you know what I'm saying? You got to play hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your name outside. This is how they play, so this is how you
you
play.
had to
You know what I'm saying?
outside. You had to play for your respect. Inside, you were playing the test against your skill.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's put it out there. So I made this analogy. Somebody like me come in the inside court.
Mm-hmm.
You know how fucking reckless I am when I get in there.
Yeah.
And aggressive. Am I needed to win games? Am I valuable enough to win games?
Yes, you got
Oh
it.
yeah. So, yeah.
Um,
I'm a very good.
I mean,
I think
But I'm just saying, like,
they see that they
That's the
view
point of the
you would be a Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to label you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, shit, he came from Wake Forest, but we need that motherfucker that came from 55th. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that dog to inspire this pedigree. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I was only using that analogy to say, like, sometimes you have to open your eyes to certain things. The same thing with your kids. Like, they gotta be able to adapt to the environment that they're in. But if they've never been in a certain environment, how do they adapt?
it's
You
true.
don't want them to get into that environment and then have to adapt on the fly.
And then also, like, why would
Yeah.
they go back to that? My thing is, why would they go back to that? Why am I taking them back to that?
And for you all that got older children, how do y'all, at what age and when did y'all start explaining like racism or
How to deal with police.
how to deal with police, even how to deal with kids their age? Because one minute they're a little kid, the next minute they're looking at it as a threat, even by kids their age. When they're 15, 14 years old, you know what I'm saying? Now they all of a sudden start to look like
Adults.
or a criminal, depending on who's looking at them.
Let's see some comments.
Yeah.
Your Honor, like that. 3,000 comments. God damn.
So, let's go back. Yeah, we're gonna go back. I mean, it's a good topic, and you know, we just gonna we
Your
sorry,
boy is funny.
you know what I'm saying, Kevin. Let's see, just teach them awareness,
I agree with that.
teaching them awareness, and knowing awareness
Well,
and
I think you got a little bit
teaching awareness and knowing awareness, two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that to me.
Two different things.
Teach
I
me
can
to know.
I can teach you to be aware. Hey, make sure you look out for this, that. Knowing awareness is coming from it, and you something right. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll something right. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like you want to teach them as best as you can, but like Vader said, you don't want them to have to learn it on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like your previous experience are going to prepare you for that shit. But if you never experienced it, you know what I'm saying?
so we can start getting keep going back.
Get to that goddamn.
Oh, V, let's see.
I also think if you raise your kids to make good choices, talk to your kids, you can trust they will do right by you when you're not around.
100%. No doubt from that one. 100%.
I trust them. I mean, they're gonna grow up to be whoever they want to be.
It's not so much, but
You
it's
just
not the
gotta.
trust
You
of
just
what
hope
you
that you did
it's
enough.
the trust in the environment.
Yeah.
What you see.
I just hope that I did
Being
enough.
I think you developing honorable kids. You developing honorable kids. You know what I'm saying?
You trying.
Yeah.
You know what
But I
I'm saying?
don't
But
think
they
they
gonna be
have
whoever they gonna be.
Exactly. I agree with that. That's exactly what I'm
I
saying.
want to have that on in any given situation.
Yeah.
That's why you
100%.
teach them resiliency and
Also,
I agree with that. You should always,
Yep,
always be
that's good
objective.
too.
Always be objective when you explain stuff to children, so they won't rebel against you.
And
Not
so they know
only
why.
that, hear what they have to say
Yeah.
because you don't want them to be afraid of you and keep something away from you.
Facts.
You telling them no and you just not hearing what they got to say, and they really telling you no because hey, it's bully over here. That's why I don't go this direction.
Right.
You steady tell them no. You know, this I tell you go this way, you go this way, and I get his ass up every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just an instance. You know what I'm saying?
Hear him out. Listen to him.
And also, you can learn from your kids. Don't think because you've been here long enough, your kids can teach you anything. Always be open.
Yeah, because
The
they
world's
growing up in a different
constantly
world than we
changing,
are.
right?
Yeah.
The world's constantly changing around you, so 100%.
Yes. And listen.
She's fierce.
Do not even her. Women, get the fuck off your phone. Put your phone
That
up.
is
Get out
true.
your car and go in the house and continue. You ain't even gotta hang the phone
No
up.
earbuds.
Just put your, even if you got the earbuds,
you
bro,
gotta be on
pay
your
attention,
P's
bro.
and
Don't sit in the car and get to
Sit
doing
there,
this
yeah.
shit.
Bring your
Nah,
ass over the
B,
house.
nah.
Yeah,
Come in the
bring
house
that.
and do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit in your car for no reason.
I hate women be on the earbuds hand in their phone.
That's true.
That shit is scary. I'll be wanting to be a fucking vigilante superhero and say that kids today have no consequences, no fear of anyone, especially their
I
parents.
said that about
I see that firsthand. No, I think that's
You
subjective.
say no fear?
That's subjective.
No, okay, wait.
Kids
wait.
do have consequences.
You mean kids and parents this day and age? Because you're not talking about like parents like us, right?
Not these parents. I'm talking about like you. I can show you some parents that be like,
But that's not the majority though. We see that like, man, come on, like we have these
Who in the
people.
fuck is Facebook?
Somebody
They-
might delete it.
They the privacy setting. So it's like if you don't let our live come in, there's a privacy setting. So
You have to let them experience life, but still expose them to a real life situation so they have that balance. What is the
I don't
real
know.
life
Yeah,
situation?
I don't know
You gotta open that one up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
I don't know who Facebook uses.
because I'm not gonna put you in a shootout on the block.
Yeah, definitely not. Hey, come over here on Jackson and Cicero real quick.
Oh, we're not gonna do that.
We also did have
That, bruh.
well, we did like letter half when we were 16, 17.
No, we talking like 8, 9.
17, yeah.
Yeah. But 8, 9.
16, 17, we already had our own view of the world.
Well, you still can control. Like my daughter desperately want to get on TikTok, and no, you're not doing that shit.
Yeah, my son don't allow me to get on
But
Facebook.
yeah, I understand that what you might mean from that sense. But we did have social media. We had Yahoo Messenger,
AOL.
AOL boards. We were doing that. Yo, those Yahoo Messenger boards and shit, those Messenger groups and shit. We used to do that shit. Y'all used to come over, yeah. The Yahoo, those Yahoo
I
groups,
remember,
College Club,
I do remember that.
Black
College Club.
Black Planet, College Club. We
Wasn't
used
that
to do
Facebook first though?
No, we had the
Yeah.
party line. And
Party
then it went
line,
to
party line was
Oh,
in 14,
Party line
15.
was definitely
Party line.
social media.
Yeah,
For sure. That was
But then
social
when
media.
we started getting the internet, we
Yeah,
started
party
doing the like Yahoo
Yeah.
little message boards,
Yeah.
using those little groups and shit.
No, I remember that.
That's where 86 Live
What's the next one, though?
Live came from.
I was outside.
86 Live.
Yeah, you have to explain now.
We also have better social skills.
Yes.
These kids today can't even order pizza.
I agree.
That's 100% sure.
Yeah, they don't even know.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with
wild. I work in banking.
I
These
agree
kids
with
don't even know how to use a debit card.
I
That's
agree
just
with
fucking crazy. They don't know how to use an ATM or a debit card.
And they can't write in cursive. We
Oh,
can.
they
They
don't
don't even
know.
know what currency it is.
What? It's hard to even comprehend. I mean, yeah, we need to
Facebook user.
Yeah.
Hey, Facebook user, we're not asking you. You gotta identify yourself.
At least use the right pronouns.
So third grade, you start explaining racism. Okay.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of early.
I'm really pro-black, and I was been talking to my daughter since she was 6 about understanding the world, the world around her and stuff like that. And sometimes I really get really hard about white people. I'm joking shit, like I don't really like them, but I have to let her know every day that you're a young black woman.
Sometimes I say that, and I think that's
It's kind of
not
productive.
true.
It's kind of
Yeah, it's not true because I had Jim all my life. And he was never mean to me, never bad, never even remotely thought about anything racist or anything like that. So
I think
Jim, I really honestly feel like I don't think he.
Like everybody is.
Yeah, I don't
intent towards
think he ever had no ill intent towards shit. Black people, he done got jumped for coming in the neighborhood and still came back. You know what I'm saying? So I never really, I don't know. I always say that I think like that because I work and I deal with some people, these, some kind of idiots all day. Like today, me and my girl was taking a walk. We was at the park before I came home. And
we stand in the car, man. And it's a family across the street, and this just came from a funeral, and they dressed up. We in joggers, right? He walks up and he's like, sorry for you guys lost. We turned around and looked like, what? And he's like, oh, I thought you were with the family across the street. Now we're in the white neighborhood, and it's the only black family on the block. Oh, they just lost their mother. I thought y'all was with them. And we were like, why? Like they in suits and dresses, and they over there somber, and you know what I'm saying? We stand over here across the street by the park, you know what I'm saying, next to our car talking. And we was like, how did you think we was with them? Why did you even think we was with them?
I can see the mistake in
How?
Yeah.
Where?
that. Yeah, I can see the mistake in that.
Where?
You know, I mean, because first thing you going off the fact that he identified you to be with him because you was
Black, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think the space that it was in ill intent. He just probably saw that space, saw you there because he thought she was a visitor. You know,
A cousin or anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been.
Johnson?
It could have been malicious. It could have been.
Nah, I don't think
You know what I'm saying?
malicious.
No, I'm saying it could have been either way.
Either way.
It just was a
I
situation
thought
that
you was going
happened.
to go with the story about the white people trying to say get off there.
Oh no!
They love
Come
him.
on, man. I'll still be
But yeah, I mean,
fight
yeah.
against Stump, one of the other, but
Yeah.
I'll still be over there. Like, get over with.
Veronica said first grade. For me, because I was waiting for you to finish. For me, the school that they go to is everything is there. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm prolonging that conversation until it's absolutely needed. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, all of them have, pastel friends. You know what I'm saying? They got little Asian friends. So it's just like, cool. As long as y'all friends and y'all kids and y'all doing y'all thing, I'm gonna let that happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna present a problem where it ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you don't
honestly,
see,
But
I
it's
think
not.
You should have
That's when
that
you have the conversation. Yeah, I was just gonna say
because it's a melting pot for them. Even though they probably oblivious to what the world is, those kids already have a preconceived perception of what black people are.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know about that.
for me,
they do.
for me,
They already have that.
I don't know. Like I say, I'm not gonna say
We done seen
it's also we don't know which way is the right way. You see what I'm saying? Like
I believe in
I
that
pick them up,
I believe in
and
that.
the little
That's
girl
always
be
real.
hugging them. Hey, love you, Jay. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, keep that same energy, Karen, because her name is Karen. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy for sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only
But
way,
it's just
that's
like,
the only
bro,
way
I'm
race
not
relations
gonna-
gonna heal. That's the only way race relations gonna heal. But still, they're still dealing with people that's our age or older. They're gonna still deal with grandparents. They're gonna still have these images on TV that's gonna be in there, and they're gonna ask questions unconsciously, unknowing, like, "Hey, why your skin so dark?"
Yep.
And that's gonna come up. But I'm not saying you're gonna have to have a really deep racial conversation with them, but you gotta understand, like, hey,
Oh,
it
I'm
is all
prepared.
different.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm prepared.
But
But
go
like I
ahead.
say, I'm just not gonna present a problem where I don't see one or
Yeah,
that I
it's
know
not-
of. You
it's
know what I'm
not- it's
saying?
not.
These your friends, that you cool with them, cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I come here, I be like, hey, what's up, Karen? Hey, how you doing, Chuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna present the problem where it ain't no problem. Y'all showing love to each other. It's all innocent. Cool, we out. You know what I'm
It's the same
saying?
for my team.
I think, I think that this is the time where you do have to at least bring it up, right? To prepare yourself for that day when somebody says something, because they beforehand was going to school with majority probably black kids, maybe some Hispanics and whatever.
Maybe Chico.
And then
I had
now
that
all of a
conversation
sudden,
with Chico, but not Chase and Chance.
well,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
kinda-
They not-
what are they under 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they gon', you know what I'm saying? They go to school with that.
Well,
You know
not
what I'm
even.
saying?
I mean, I guess Chico too, but I mean more or less Bam. I was saying.
Oh, for sure.
But-
For sure.
Yeah, Bam.
Yeah.
But that situation is the only way that race relations is going to heal, because that generation is coming up together. They're going to have a good tolerance of that. But even my 10-year-old do pageants with nothing but white people. She's the only black girl, and she had that experience. It's like, oh, I never hung with black people before. I've never seen a black person before. Like that's a real conversation in
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And my daughter, she'd do that. I didn't know what she meant about that. You know, I never seen a black girl, a black person with black eyes like that. That shit is happening, and this is something that's so harmless for them to say.
Yeah.
But it comes out,
It
and
can be
then
devastating
yeah,
to
it can
your
be
child.
devastating to your child. So that's why I tell them, like, man, you always gonna be different. they're gonna have
It's
this
hard to
perception.
explain different, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
mean,
I don't
Yeah.
like different, man.
You need- you have to. You
Yeah,
have
but
to.
I mean, I understand the conversation, but to tell them that we different, like we not different, bro. Like we
just got different. We different
Bro,
colors and
Not even
complexions.
different colors. We just.
Let me tell you, Rob.
What
why-
makes you think that they not different? Is what I'm saying. Why they not different?
No, I
Let me
mean
tell you why we
we
come from a space of the
we-
difference.
as a collective.
we are all
Why we
different
come from a space of
colors. That's all I'm
Because
saying.
For so long, we wasn't even considered humans.
We still not.
We still not.
Constitution still not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We're not even constituted. We wasn't considered. They still resent us for slavery. No matter how far along that line we get, they already separate us. We still in grand line, different areas of the city. We still segregated. We still are perceived in a certain way. So we're gonna be different. We're gonna be different because of stereotypes. We're gonna be different because colorism within our own things. So
Yeah.
you have to have you have to spit
To
on
me,
that stage.
speaking of different, makes me feel like, hey, you know, like, but make you think like, hey, like, not so much less than, right? Because it's not our problem.
It's not.
It's not our
That's why I
problem.
wanna
So I don't
advocate
say different. It's not. It's people may perceive you different. You know what I'm saying? But we're not different. It's not our problem. It's not us that's having a problem. It's somebody else that's having a problem. So they're different because we come with a certain type of we trying to get along where we can. Who allow us to get along with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Because literally we're the minority. We coming
So-
in where, like, my daughter coming in is the only black girl in a pageant of fucking 100 girls. Maybe another, So that's why it's like, man, that's why I believe in representation and everything like that, and that's why I speak from it. It's not right, but that's just my angle. Just to speak like you're different. You're gonna be considered different because you're gonna be in multiple spaces where you're gonna be just the one dark
That's an
face.
interesting one.
Kevin.
Explaining that some people they're gonna be able to get away with one thing that you may not be able to.
Like I think a lot of those race.
Something right there.
Yeah, I think
something that really. I already had that. You got. I think it's been on my mind now because of California.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now because he's turning 15, and one day he will be driving, and one day he will get pulled over.
And you say he had dreads and stuff like that. And I hate this.
Hold on,
God,
let's get through this real quick because it was a lot of them.
We live across the street from the police station, and there's pale people everywhere. Like the pale in the price there. So I started with my 13-year-old and 9 with the racism and black history lessons and having police. You know, I'm in CPS 17 years, and I'm telling you it's true. I don't think she's something before that. This is not training day. This wasn't no day of social media. Social media wasn't like it is today. Oh, okay. Veronica and Keith are involved. We never mind. I got my first issue.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling her I think she's arguing. I think she's arguing.
She said my name is Tina or something.
Yeah, true. Veronica, I don't know why it's not showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
She is that's one of damn, you take walks with your girl, that's dope. You need to get out these streets. This show is a monster. All right.
I think
true.
that's a
Exactly.
cover up.
That is
No,
true.
no, think that's a cover up.
Oh,
That one. Now we can argue that one.
I mean,
Like, I don't
you don't
think-
believe in microaggressions?
I don't think-
You don't think you don't believe in microaggressions? You don't
hold on,
believe?
hold on,
you can
hold
actually
it, hold
be
it, hold it,
You
hold
think
it.
you could be actually racist to a white person.
No, black people. He's saying white people.
I
be
know
racist
that.
and not white.
I know
Black
that.
people can't be because we don't have the power to subjugate white people.
What, you don't think black people are racist against white people?
No, they bias. They don't keep bias. We do not have the power of social equity to move them out the way.
I actually understand that shit. What you just said.
Yeah, we cannot be racist.
I actually
I
did
don't
that.
know if I.
I actually
We don't
understand
keep
that.
dignity and bias. That's
Hold
the
on.
only thing we can do.
Keep it going.
We can be prejudiced. Not racist. We definitely need more black and brown police officers. We definitely do.
For sure.
Representation matters across the board everywhere. I think all the black and brown people should be in the neighborhoods to be able to talk to these kids. I would never have had that conversation better. Her Bella is Puerto Rican and black, and she's darker than most people. Yeah, that's why she is racist. Maybe the south side that's segregated. North side too. North side really segregated. My kids are 17 years apart. My daughter experienced racism when she was in college in Oklahoma, and the claim used to stand in front of the schools and harass and intimidate them.
Hey yo,
Yeah,
that's when I experienced
We need to
racism
open
too.
this one up, man. We need to have a whole one session about racism. Yeah.
I started teaching my son about racism early. Yeah, our son is 8. The training was our son is 8
So
because he don't want to.
knowing y'all done gave us our next topic. So next week we talking our kids and explaining racism because we don't want to hold your Sunday night up. You know what I'm saying? Today was more about just, relationships between, that was the last one. Just the relationships that we have with the kids and boundaries like that. I think we hit a lot of the points. But like I say, this conversation it's juicy. B, it has multi levels, it's multifaceted.
Oh!
Somebody been
We need to end it right there. We need to end it right there. Woo! Woo! Y'all wasn't even ready for that one. I've been going 2 weeks and he already knows big words. Woo!
Roll Tide. But it's like it's deep, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's kind of current to what we talk about anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It'll always be current. It's
No.
not-
I mean, like even off camera, we was just talking about that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a current, ongoing conversation where everything else we've done up to this point has been previous experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like close to the chest. You know what I'm saying?
A quick question just before we get off this one topic. Would you be scared of police roll up and
Shit, hell yeah, yes.
Not as much.
No?
No. I think
I'm gonna be scared because I know how this motherfucker gonna act.
yeah, but yeah, I think it's really different between some boys and girls, especially at the age. I think it's a little bit more. I know they probably bring up Sandra Bland and all this, but those are a little bit outliers. Black women, sex trafficking case too.
Nah, not really.
But yeah, I mean,
We got the
sex trafficking. All right, I got all of this.
we got the
So
Sandra Bland. We got the girl that got shot, Breonna Taylor.
Gabby Thomas.
We got the girl that was Styles P that was getting rough handled by the police. They were jumping on her back and shit like
That's
that.
still like outliers. So you thinking? So those three, you put, we can put up 10 for each one you did.
Oh, for guys, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's
does
not even.
It's not
Not
so.
even.
So with me, if I said that she put up on my daughter, like how much fear would I have? I'd probably be at a probably 5. Like, man,
Nah.
I'll be at a 5.
You know what I'm gonna be at next week, 7:30 Sunday. Make sure you tune in. This was Pac-Man. This was Isaiah. This was Vader. I have been the Friendly Neighborhood Shooter. Broadcast you live from the podcast side. Make sure you tune in. You know what I'm saying? We out.